If you have not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe immediately and even share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to like it.
What if Aquarius man marries a Gemini woman? How will their lives be? Here's an insight to it. An Aquarius man and a Gemini woman are fated to cross paths. Rule breakers at heart, they're two peas in an unconventional pod. And whether their lifelong friendship blossoms into something more is up to the stars. Aquarius man and Gemini woman. Aquarius men and Gemini women present a wonderful match and give credence to the saying, you can never have too much of a good thing. These two intellectual powerhouses are fervently gregarious, eliminating the balancing act often needed when you have introverted friends or partners. Gemini charm sucks anyone in, and few can pass up the genuine friendliness and compassion of an Aquarius. Together the Gemini woman and Aquarius man feel like they can talk about anything, so why not start with your potential for a future together? All signs point to an exciting and joy-filled relationship no matter the type, so let us discover what makes these two signs so ideal for each other. Compatibility between them. There's no romantic trope with a sweeter payoff than friends to lovers. An Aquarius man and a Gemini woman have all the ingredients for a friends to lovers of epic proportions. From their shared intellectual curiosities and unconventional approaches to life, these two are a fated match. Whether it's to stay friends forever or shift into something more is up to them. As two of the most intelligent zodiac signs in the bunch, these two big-brained babes can't help but turn a romantic eye to someone as equally intellectual as them. A Gemini woman's infinite curiosity about the world will meet the Aquarius man's inventive creativity on an even playing field. While these two aren't the love at first sight kind of kids, their shared love of learning and unlearning will give them a great foundation to start with. Their conversation skills. The Gemini woman isn't booked and busy for nothing. She's one of the most gregarious of the zodiac signs, and an Aquarius man's own chatterbox style will be able to match her beat for beat. They've both got opinions, and they're not afraid to share them. But they both recognize that the best conversations aren't one-sided. They're just as good listeners as they are talkers. After all, there's nothing sexier than knowing you've got someone at your side who'll really hear you. If a Gemini and an Aquarius were enrolled in a flirting class, they'd be top-notch students. These grade-A flirters may have different flirting styles, but when they're in their groove, the teasing quips just fall off their lips. Sure, the Aquarius man might need a little more practice. But a Gemini woman will be more than happy to teach him the ropes. Let him take hold of the reins, and his suave flirtations will take her by surprise. They need for space. Much like fire signs, the air signs like to sing the song of their people, Miss Independent. Both a Gemini woman and an Aquarius man need a lot of alone time in their relationships. Smother them with your affection, and they'll gnaw off their own arms trying to get away. Thankfully for those two, they can relate to needing space. Both can give the other their space without feeling slighted, needy, or like they did something wrong. Being able to meet each other's needs is a great foundation for a solid relationship. Their sex life. These two don't need dice or cards to tell them what positions to try next in the sack. While Scorpio's passion for the physical arts has them beat, Gemini's endless curiosity for experiences and Aquarius's inherent interest in experimenting will crash together in a cavalcade of pleasure. Sure, everything they try might not be a hit, but by keeping things interesting, they'll extend their sex life long beyond most couples' bed deaths. Aquarius men and Gemini women have very high compatibility, typically second only to their true astrological match. The Aquarius sign is one that tends to shy away from becoming too wrapped up in emotions. This ultimately meshes well with Gemini, who simply is lacking in that department, as opposed to actively choosing to dodge it. Many are surprised about how emotionally distant the Aquarius man can be when he is overwhelmingly compassionate and humanitarian in nature. For the male water-bearer, helping people is his dominant drive, he just avoids all the sticky, emotional softness that usually comes along with it. His mental strength is where he shines, as a highly creative and imaginative individual. Most importantly, his character thrives off of freedom and will seek it no matter the cost. He makes his own rules and will sooner break a heart than settle for stifling restrictions. Gemini women are also renowned for their intellectual capabilities, as well as their true love for good conversation. The twins represent contradictory conflicts that can occur with mood changes, the process of self-discovery, or just plain randomly. For example, she may not be big on emotional attachment and clinginess but then will have phases of extreme neediness when life is not going her way. Like Aquarius, Gemini love excitement and new experiences. With a serious aversion to being alone, she will frankly settle for anything as long as she is not bored. Endless routines and boredom are the two things that will send Gemini women and Aquarius men packing, leading to their much-hated stereotype of constantly fleeing commitment. On the plus side, between the both of them, they do not have a mean bone in their bodies. They love to talk, socialize, explore and experience the world without feeling tied down by obsessive or oppressive partners. By all accounts, they are alike in enough ways to be perfect for each other. Relationships and love. Friendships are plentiful for the Aquarius man as he delights in meeting new people no matter the type. He is extremely extroverted and just doesn't quite feel like himself when he is alone with no one to share ideas and experiences with. He may have a horde of friends, but few are very close as deep inside he has a sensitive heart and hides this vulnerability. His constant desire to help people out earns him the love and respect of everyone. Gemini women are also magnets for friends, delighting in having someone to talk to for every hour of the day. She has a unique charm that draws people in, and she rewards those who understand her best with close friendships. Together the pair is likely to have a powerful and long-lasting friendship as they exemplify everything that the other party desires. Of course, relationships are not all sunshine and roses as there are areas where the pair can struggle. With the flurry of free-spiritedness going on, when one party does ultimately desire confirmed commitment, it may be hard to achieve. The inquiring party will usually be Gemini, who hates being alone and single, whereas Aquarius men simply dislike being lonely. Aquarius men are also distinctly uncompromising, and it can clash with Gemini, who is willing and able to adapt to anything life throws at her. Her fluidly changing moods can drive him away as they are not one of the new experiences he signed up for. Lastly, the lack of a partner who is more on the emotional spectrum brings little opportunity for growth or the reward of gradually easing out your partner's affectionate side. It may, of course, be personal preference for some couples, but many enjoy a steadily growing emotional bond. In intimate relationships, the Aquarius man is always sure to present himself as is, and has no time for dishonesty. Gemini women are straightforward and honest as well, but sadly the problem is she is honest about her feelings for the current moment. Her inherent mutable quality means she will likely change and there may not be any rhyme or reason to it. Luckily, both signs excel at communication, and are upfront and open about their thoughts and beliefs, often without any type of filter. The most rewarding part of their union is neither sign has to worry that commitment is the end of freedom. Gemini and Aquarius hate being restrained and would never force their partner into a restrictive lifestyle. While the sex life of the pair is unlikely to be drenched in passion, rest assured it will never get boring. With their joint loathing for repetition and the imaginative mind of an Aquarius man, sexual intimacy will hold all the excitement that only this match could truly appreciate.
Subscribe to Highest Good. Thanks for watching.
To get your daily prediction updates from our team of psychics, subscribe to Highest Good and click on the bell notification and never miss a prediction.